All right. Welcome back to Work and Wander, where career stories meet dream destinations. I'm Jessica Badlam.
And I'm Jay Cocorullo. Hey, Jess, what's going on? How's your week been going?
Oh, the weeks. I mean, honestly, it's been good. It's been super busy. It's back to school season. I'm sure you know all about that. So, my kids have me at all the open houses after work in the evenings. My son's going into high school, and my
Mm,
daughter's going into middle school. So, it's a pivotal year in our household. How's this going? How's it going for you?
big year for sure. I have my second year of high school. We actually in Florida started last week, so we're already in week 2. So
You're
we're
in the
we're
groove.
we're in the groove. Yeah, we're in the thick of it already because now we have all the sports starting as well. So it's super fun. So second year of high school and finishing up middle school this year. So it's an adventure for sure. Um, but yeah, speaking of adventures, I want to dive into our episode today and talk about our guests. So we're joined by Caitlyn Ledden. She is the assistant general manager at Club Wyndham Kingsgate up there in Jessica's neck of the woods in Williamsburg, Virginia. Caitlin started with the company in 2018 in the leadership and development program. So hopefully she's going to tell us more about that. And now, 7 years later, she is leading operations at one of our, I will say from personal experience, amazing resorts. Along the way, she has had mentors who've made a big impact. So we're excited to learn about that too. So, with all that, Caitlin, welcome to the show.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. We are excited to have you. And I had the pleasure of hanging out with both Jessica and Caitlin not a few months ago in up in Williamsburg at the beautiful locations that they work at up there. So it's a full circle moment that's just a few months old. Um, well, I mentioned at the top about the leadership and development program. What was it like starting out, and how did it set the stage for where you are today?
Yeah, so the leadership and development program really just kind of opened my eyes to the entire operation. I started with the organization actually in Myrtle Beach. And at the time, I was living in Tennessee. So during my interview process, they were like, "Do you know anything about Myrtle Beach?" And I was like, "Yeah, I vacation there almost every other year." So it was a pretty easy transition. But that program, it was several months long. And we were able to just go into all the different departments. I was mainly in guest services, but I spent time with maintenance, accounting, housekeeping, all the different facets, sales and marketing, even just to kind of get an overview of what I could see if I decided to continue my career with this company. And ever since then, I haven't looked back. I was able to get a job right out of that program to come to Williamsburg. And then I've kind of ping ponged back and forth between Williamsburg and Myrtle Beach. But that program in itself was just eye-opening because, we have associates, they wanna learn, they wanna grow, and sometimes they're only seeing one department on a day-to-day basis. And that entire program was really just an overview of, I guess really just a snapshot of what we do here at Travel and Leisure.
Wow, that is a phenomenal way to get such a great start into the organization and into the industry in general. I can't even imagine how impactful that's been for you in your career, just being able to get a scope of a lot of different things. Now that you're an assistant general manager, what does a day in the life look like for you in that role, and what energizes you the most?
So any day can be different. It's really hard to say what you do really on a day-to-day basis because it could be anything. I will say I'm usually in the front of the house assisting our front desk operations, assisting in guest issues and items like that. But bigger picture, I'm digging into reserve projects. I'm seeing how to better the property or beautify the property and things like that. And just making sure, with our HOA, the money's being spent appropriately on big projects. If we need to push things out, if we need to bring them forward, that's something that's really exciting to me. And then something that I don't spend much time in is maintenance. I'm able to kind of change my days up to be able to walk rooms with our maintenance team, learn more about what they do, just so that I have a better, fuller picture on a day-to-day basis. So when board meetings come up, I can explain projects better and things like that. But a day in life, it really does change a lot for me. But I would say that most of my time is in the front of the house. But my boss and I, we're over over here just game planning for reserve projects and just ensuring that we have all the tools that we need to be able to support our team as best as we can because we can't win without them.
I
Love
absolutely
that.
love that. Yeah. I mean, team, it's all about team. And I think that's one
Mhm.
of my favorite things about working for this organization in particular. So, you had let us know that mentors have really helped shape your journey. So, can you share one example of a mentor that has really pushed you forward and how that's influenced the way you now mentor others?
Mhm. Thankfully, I've had a lot. Some of them are no longer with the company, and some of them still are with the company. And I think keeping those relationships good, just to be able to reach out to them whenever you need to, is really important. One of the mentors that I had it used to be a general manager here. She's still with the company. Her name is actually Kalina, and she mentored me for a little bit. I ended up working for her eventually, and then just keeping that relationship together has really helped. I like to say we're our biggest critics, if that makes sense. We may not always recognize our full potential or may think something might be out of reach, but she, for me, was such a cheerleader. Hey, you won't know if you don't try. You should try this. You should go after this. You should just having someone in your court to be able to see on the outside of things and maybe see past the blinders that you have for yourself to push you, that's been really big. And it's funny because I feel like I'm a big cheerleader for others, but that's something I struggle with for myself is sometimes, I can tell the next person, you've got this, you can do this, here's how we're going to get there. But sometimes for myself, that's more difficult for me. So it's amazing to have the role reversed a little bit. And she's just been a huge proponent within the past couple of years for that. And she's now the general manager of Margaritaville in St. Thomas. So she is
Ooh.
moving and shaking. So
Do you go
I'll
visit
j-
her at her new place?
I haven't yet, but I think I am going to go see her in November. So the plane tickets are not booked, but the room is booked. So we're going to hope everything works out.
we talked about Margaritaville a lot on our last episode, and Jess is saying it's on her list. So maybe she needs to come down with you and visit. Everyone visit a mentor together.
Yes, no, please do. It's going to be a party.
Sounds like a plan to me.
I love that. I love that. So, we're talking about the future already.
Mm.
So on that note, sort of beyond traveling to beautiful destinations, what excites you about the future, either in your current role, potential like peeking over to see what's next? Maybe they need a new assistant general manager in St. Thomas. I don't know. What excites you for the future?
Right now, my biggest goal, and it's been my goal since I've started with this company, is I want my own set of keys. I want to be a general manager. And sometimes when you're looking for that next step, those can be hard conversations with your coworkers, with leadership and things like that. So what excites me most right now is that where I am, I feel that I have all the support in the world. My leader, Thomas, he wants me to succeed. He wants me to leave and he wants me to go be a general manager somewhere. And he wants, all the happiness and goodness that someone can have. And so, really, that just excites me most because I'm in an environment where I feel like I can ask questions, I can be who I am. There's no, sometimes I think in work, sometimes people feel like they need to act a certain way, but the culture here is so amazing that we just uplift each other, and not just here, even at the site level. In Williamsburg, we have 3 resorts, and we've tried to have this initiative for the hub for all of us to come together, even with our partners at sales and marketing. And I haven't really seen that anywhere. And I just think that that's amazing that we're coming together. The associates are meeting each other. We do Olympics. I think, Jay, you were here when we were hosting our Olympics.
I was here for the
So
Olympics and love it.
it was
I wish
so
you had
fun.
competed.
Yeah, no, it was great. My key lime pie won. I have to honorable mention my key lime pie won the best baked good out of all the sites. So excited for that. But truly, I don't know if that's an easy answer or not, but I truly love working for a company where I'm excited to go to work each day. I'm excited to learn new things, but also be surrounded by people who I want them to succeed, but they also want me to succeed. And it's kind of like a happy competition. Other than that, right now, our scores, this is the lamest thing ever. I mean, we all talk about scores all the time. We're almost 9 points ahead for the month in the middle of
Oh,
summer
Wow.
comparative to last year. And so, yes, claps for the team. We talk about it all the time. We had like a weird July, but in June and August, we are having almost record numbers. I think we missed June record like completely by point 3 or something. I'm not sure where we are for August in the history of Kingsgate, but that is so exciting to just fight through a summer. You know, this is our busiest time, but the team is doing good. Culture's still great. We're all leaning on each other. And these are the scores that we're pulling right now. And so, for a quick in the moment, what excites me, it's the scores. I'm messaging and texting all of our other managers about the scores every other day. Like, can we do it? Can we hold it out? So that's something that really excites me and gets the team excited for the scores.
That is definitely something worth celebrating. I mean, those scores mean a lot. And what it ultimately, when I hear about the scores, from the resorts and the sales and marketing partners, it's just about the experience that we're able to deliver for these guests and everything. And you guys are obviously crushing that. So major congratulations to you and your
Thank
team.
you.
Since this is Work and Wander, though, we do have to talk travel. So let's switch gears a little bit, and we'd love to have you share what is one of your favorite vacation memories, or maybe like a trip that really stuck with you.
I think my favorite place I've ever visited is Ireland. That was my, "Hey, you graduated college, go have a fun trip." And it's the things that just randomly happen that stick the most with you, I think. But we were on a bus, just like a charter bus for, I think about a week or so, and our driver, he's just driving along and he goes, "Hey, do you all wanna stop and just pet some lambs?" And we were like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, there's this place up here. Just, there's a farm and it just had the fence was homemade. There was just paint on some wood. That's all it was. We just pulled over on the side of the road, overlooking the ocean and everything. It was gorgeous. And we played with puppies and little lambs. And that was just a weird highlight of my trip because it was unexpected. Who doesn't like furry animals? I mean, I love animals. So
Count me in.
that was super exciting for me, but, I'm a nature person, I love the outdoors, and Ireland was all the greenery that I could see for my heart's content, and I absolutely loved that trip.
that's fun. I've never been. Have you been to Ireland, Jess? I've never been to Ireland.
I have not. I have been to London and Germany and Italy, but I do definitely want to get to Ireland. And if I had been on that bus, I would have been right there in the mix with you because I love all animals. All of them.
That's fun. Yeah, it's those like fun surprises that make an impact on
Mhm.
your memories in your life that can just come up with travel, which is like, do you, Caitlin, are you I need it all to be planned out, or are you I want to just like see what happens and see how it goes, or a mix? Like, what's your travel philosophy?
I'm a mix, but if there is a plan, we have to stick to the plan. If we're like 15 minutes late, I'm like, I can't do this. Like we're late, we're gonna miss something. But if we go into it and it's just, oh, it's a relaxing trip, then I am fine. But like my favorite vacation, I guess, in the continental US, if you want to call it that, was Alaska. We did a cruise and I'm early. If you're on time, you're late. So getting back on that cruise ship, it's, oh, I still have another hour and a half. I need to be on the ship because I'm stressed that it's going to leave me.
I I so you can sometimes see those videos on the social medias of
Mm.
the boat like getting ready to leave and people like strolling, and
Running.
that even watching that stresses me out. So I'm the same way. You have to like if the get on board time is 4 o'clock, it's really 3 o'clock.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
can't.
I just recently saw one of those where people are like running up to the cruise ship, but the cruise ship, like you've missed
Yeah,
it at this point. That's crazy.
no, that stresses me out.
I have 2 cruises coming up in the next 2 months, so I'll have my stress.
Oh, oh, where are we
Great.
going? Can we ask?
So one of them, I actually do an annual trip with my best friend. She lives out in Arizona. I actually met her through the LDP forever ago, and now she's one of my best friends. But we are doing a cruise to Mexico. out of Texas. And then the month after that, my family and several of my friends were doing a Disney cruise to the Bahamas. So
Oh,
I am
fun.
super excited.
I'm a big fan for sure. Just
Sounds like
saying.
we need to pack our bags too, Jay, and figure out somewhere to go.
Listen, I think I mean, now we have a Travel and Leisure as a partnership with Margaritaville at Sea. So there's potential to do some episodes there, I think. I
That
don't
would
see
be
why not.
so fun. So fun.
Just saying. We talk like we have unlimited budget. We're in episode 3, but we have unlimited budget.
You ask any
It's
of my
fine.
coworkers, and they're like, Caitlin just wants to be on vacation all the time. I'm like, I do, because sometimes I
But
bring
it's
ideas back and it helps us.
it's our I mean, it's
Good
our
point.
listen, we're living our lives and showing everyone how it's done. It's our job.
I love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So obviously you have some vacations planned, which I love for you, and I'm so excited for that. Is there a bucket list destination for you that you haven't checked off yet?
I think right now it's Japan. I really
Wow.
want to go to Japan. I love food. I love food. I'm a huge foodie, and I just want to eat everything in Japan. And then everybody that knows me knows I'm a huge Disney person. So, of course, it had to be mentioned in this podcast. But I do want to go to Disney Tokyo Sea. I've heard amazing things about that theme park there. So, that is at the top of my list. We'll see if it happens in the next couple of years or not. I'm hoping so, but we'll just have to see.
That's fun. That's fun. Yes, it's on my list too. We've actually never talked about each of our lists, Jess, so we'll have to do an episode just of
Yeah,
that. But
no,
that's
I
on
want to
that's
know.
on that is on the Tokyo Disney Sea is on my list as well.
Mm.
So yeah, I love that. That's super fun. The I'm gonna make you take your I work in hospitality hat off a little bit for a second and think about like if you're a guest and you're checking into a resort or you're just arriving, getting settled, like what's a little detail that you're always like that you always notice or always look for? Is there anything that like pops in that you're
Mm.
like, hmm,
I feel like customer service is really important to me. I'm a very easy traveler. I don't need you to go above and beyond, but if you're not there, it kind of, I'm like, I'm a very talkative person, so I try to help them because I want them to be better. But that's what I noticed. But when I travel, being a housekeeping manager in my past, I actually, when I go to my room, I don't look at anything because I don't want to know, but I do check for bed bugs. So that is the one thing I always do, no matter where I go. I check for bed bugs. But other than that, I don't really look for anything. And again, being from guest services, we want to make sure our guests are enjoying their stay and things like that. And I just like the little touch bases when people just touch base with you to make sure your stay is going well or anything like that. But those are kind of the first two things that I notice when I travel. Other than just lobbies, I love looking at lobbies if they're extravagant or if they're nice and quaint, just to see if I want to hang out in the lobby for a little bit, if I have to wait on my room.
that's fun. I think it's funny though. It also speaks to the type of leader that you have become, that you are mentoring other people to help them check you in so that they have so that so that it's a great experience.
It's
Like you,
it's
you
so
can't take that
fun.
mentor hat off.
Well, so my brother made fun of me again, Disney. When we go take pictures with characters, I'm super interactive with the character. My brother's like, "You're embarrassing. Like, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm making their job easier for talking
Right.
to them."
Translate it
True.
for them. Yes. It's so true. It's so true. Translate for it makes it so much easier for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's funny. That's funny. All right. Well, speaking of fun things, we have, and it's, the first time we did this, I sort of pretended like it was optional, but it's not optional. Um, so we have a rapid fire segment that we're calling the suitcase sprint.
Oh
So
my
it's
goodness.
like you're like answering 9 or 10 questions as you're like running to catch your connection. So you don't really have a choice. So I won't ask if you're up for it, but I'll ask if you're ready
Okay.
for it.
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
All right, as ready as you're going to be. All right. Jess has the question. So Jess, take it away when you are ready.
All right, Caitlin, here we go. You're running to that connection, so let's see what jumps to your brain fastest.
Okay.
First question: aisle seat or window seat?
I'll see.
I'm a
Yeah.
window girl.
Mm.
My legs are long. I got to stick them out sometimes.
Fair. That's fair. Early flight or red eye?
Early flight.
Dream
too.
travel buddy. Anyone past or present?
Oh my gosh. I have to say my friend Katie. Because we just travel all the time and so active travel buddy.
Katie will be glad to know that she gets to still be your travel buddy.
Well, when she listens to this podcast, she's just going to be like, why did you talk about me? And I'm gonna be like, because you're amazing. That's why.
Shout out to Katie. All right. First thing you pack when you're traveling.
Socks.
Interesting. I like it. Beach vacation or mountain escape?
I'm a mountain girly, but I prefer beach vacations. Is that I don't know how that works, but
We'll go with it. Itinerary planner or go with the flow?
planner. We said both earlier, but if I have to pick one, planner.
There you go. What's one song on your vacation playlist?
I don't even know. Can I look? I can't even tell you a song. Can I just say Elton John as a person in general?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Love me some
Tiny
Elton.
Dancer?
Yes. Saw him in concert a couple years ago. Best concert ever.
Oh, very cool. You do a lot of really neat things. This is what I'm learning about you, Caitlyn.
Rocket Man, if you're flying, you need to have Rocket Man.
It's
Right?
on there. That one is on there, so we can just say that.
Ding,
We'll
ding,
edit
ding.
it together to just make you say Rocket Man. Does that work?
Rocket Man.
All right. Excursion or chill by the pool?
Excursion.
I figured you might say that. Overpacker or minimalist?
Overpacker.
Favorite travel and leisure resort?
Park City, Utah.
Awesome.
Oh, you didn't? She didn't even hesitate to be like, well, it is Kingsgate, but
Busted.
awesome. I love that. Well, hopefully that was fun and not too
No, it
stressful.
was fun.
Okay, good. As we wrap up the, at Travel and Leisure, the mission is to put the world on vacation, and every story we share is a reminder of why that matters. So, with that in mind, like any final thoughts, any final advice for listeners? It can be travel advice, it could be career advice, it can be a mix of both. Anything that just springs to mind that as we close up.
Really just shoot your shot from the career aspect. I mean, the worst that can happen is somebody can say no. And trust me, I've been told no a million times, and I'm sure I will continue to be told no, but I'll keep trying. And that's all facets of life. That's not just career, but for the career, ask for help, ask questions. My boss Thomas can tell you I ask a million questions because I want to know. I want to be the best that I can be for myself, for the company. But you never know unless you don't try. And that has really helped me, one, in getting positions with this company and promotions, but also just putting myself out there for different opportunities. No one really knows you're looking unless they know. So shoot your shot. Make sure everybody is aware of your goals so they can support you. And then, if you can return the favor in the end, I think that kind of helps us with the world go round, I guess, in our little travel and leisure world that we have.
That is phenomenal advice. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right. Well, Caitlyn, thank you so much for joining us on Work and Wander. It's been inspiring to hear your story and how you're paying it forward on a daily basis and even to strangers. So we love that about you. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, keep wandering.
Thanks.
See ya. Bye.